in comes Kepa because we want to build his confidence, build his rhythm. But he goes now, and back comes Mendy. I'm not quite sure what's going on there.
I think it's good management. I think he's rotating his squad. I think it's a key component of a team to have more than one decent goalkeeper. I think also if you want to get rid of this goalkeeper at some point, you need to rebuild him, because you've paid £75 million for him. At this moment in time, his market value will be 2 bob, because people will have the perception that he's a busted flush. I think that there's no way he'd be taking Mendy out, because what kind of message does that send to Mendy? Mendy's done nothing wrong to be taken out of the side, so he's got to again caveat something by saying we're building his rhythm. We want to make sure that we can trust him and rely on him as a go-to goalkeeper at times. Mendy's the number one, but he played in the cup. We kept him in the cup. We want to build some more confidence back in this guy. I think it's good management.
So I don't play Kepa on Saturday down at Southampton?
Because he laid out the reasons why. Because Mendy's the number one goalkeeper right now, and Mendy's has no reason for being displaced. Kepa's been put in aside for the cup games. Tuchel's made a decision to say, I'm going to just give him another game just to make sure that he's understands our full support. He's playing in this particular game, and we want to build him up and keep the momentum going with him. And I think that's decent management. And, you've got two... The decision will be about Kepa, and is he going to be accepting that he's down the totem pole now? He's come in under a big furore. He was the goalkeeper that didn't want to come off the pitch in the cup final when Sarri was commanding and demanding. He came off. He had all the confidence and all the reputation that went with it. It's gone down the tubes. He wasn't helped. He didn't get the kind of support that perhaps Becker's got and David De Gea's regularly been able to rely on, which he hasn't been entitled to, and neither sometimes as Hugo Lloris. So I think it's good management. I think it's the right management.
Because of the money involved, though, in Kepa, 70 million plus, is there pressure in Tuchel to make it work?
I wouldn't have thought so. I would think that there's pragmatic thinking about the fact we paid £75 million for a goalkeeper. He's 2 years into a contract. He's on our books still worth 37 million quid in terms of what it's worth to our balance sheet. So we do have to be sensible about it. He hasn't turned into a completely useless goalkeeper overnight. He's lost his confidence. We've got to rebuild him. Part of your coaching regime, Thomas, because I'm sure it is on your CV. Let's have a look at your CV. Develop players. Yes, okay, off you go. We've got a £75 million goalkeeper in our ranks that's lost his confidence. Make sure you develop him as well.
Yeah, but I mean, you do reinstate his confidence last night, and you get some rhythm going. But then he takes him out again.
No. That's clarity. He's being very clear with the goalkeeper. He's saying that not only am I going to play you in cup games, which is the default setting for all second goalkeepers, that doesn't give them much confidence. They always feel like the runt of the litter because they're getting thrown into some of the meaningless cup games that clubs play in. I'm also going to give you a little whiff, a little sniff of the first team in the Premier League. Going to throw you in. Can't take Mendy out. You understand that, Kepa, don't you? You got pulled out for your performance. I can't pull Mendy out for his performance because he's done well, but I can give you a little look-see. So you're chomping at the bit, and you know that you've not been marginalised me. I haven't made my mind up about you. I haven't got a predisposed disposition to you. I'm here with an open mind. It's your opportunity. You take it when the opportunity comes.
But I would think Kepa wants more than just a little look-see.
Kepa perhaps wants more than a little bit of look-see, but Kepa's earned the space and place that he's in right now.
I like the phrase, incidentally.
Do you?
Yeah.
Kepa has earned... as a footballer, you have to take responsibility for your actions. Too often we're in the territory of saying, oh, don't criticise, don't do that. I listened to a little old claptrap from Jamie O'Hara about, if you've got, Dele Alli's been marginalised and XYZ's been playing marginalised, how do you expect them to come back in and play for their manager? I tell you how I expect them to do it, because it's their bloody job. That's what you expect from players that are sitting there pulling down 150 grand a week, not doing anything, Bale included, not doing anything. And then when you pull them out of the ranks, like the next cab off the rank, put them in the side, they don't play for you because they've not been looked after properly. Cobblers, they come out and do their job and they prove their point. Kepa may not want to be second. He's made himself second by his performance. He has to own that, rebuild himself, and his manager is giving him a green light that's available to you. That is good management. I mean, at its finest.
Matthew Gould, who's a friend of ours, is saying, guys, Chelsea are only doing what Everton are doing with their goalkeepers. And I suppose that's right. I mean, they've got this guy Olsen in, who is now seriously challenging Pickford all the time.
I mean, that's the different dynamic. I mean, Mendy isn't being given the hook because he's been performing badly. Pickford has. So Olsen's in because Pickford's made Rick after Rick after Rick, and he's coming under scrutiny. Whereas in this situation, Kepa's been discarded. He was marginalised by the signing of a new goalkeeper, put at the back of the pile and said, thank you for calling, don't sit by the phone. But Tuchel's come back in and gone, I've got a £75 million goalkeeper that's potentially a Ferrari that looks like a Mini right now. It's my job to make him back to a supercar.
How like that. I like what you did. Very good with words this
Analogy,
morning.
yeah.
Well, you're super good all the time, but particularly good this morning. Is there any way back for Kepa to be number one at Chelsea again?